Diego, man.
Hey, what's up guys? Man, Diego from Vanguard Hero, and today we have a special deck profile. We're at Otakon, the place to meet people, have Cardfight, and this is Adam with his Murakumo Ninja deck.
What's up, everybody? Alright, for starters, I actually use this starter, Kokonumero. He's the average grade 3 searcher. Nothing special about him, just he can help you get your break ride or in my case, my Hyakki Vogue reverse. So for starters, of course, 4 Hyakki Vogue reverse with 4 of the break rides. The break ride and the Hyakki Vogue reverse is such a good combo that it's actually able to be used not only semi in the mid to late game, but it can help close out games quite a bit.
How important do you think the break ride is to contributing to that victory, or can you just play like if you weren't to get the break ride off?
If you don't get the break ride off, it's a little harder to actually control the field with big ass columns, because it just allows your Vanguard to automatically get plus 10,000, and when you lock 2 units, that gets all your Hyakki Vogues actually 10,000 each, which means you have 31, 21, 21, which is 15k, 15k, at least 20k, and that's just for one to pass. If they want to make it 2, that's 25k. Especially if they're at like 4 or 5 damage, they're going to drop that, or they're going to drop a perfect guy, which is really good. So that's it for grade 3s. For grade 2s, I run 4 Stealth Beast White Mains. This is your damage on flipper. If you don't ride the actual one that you actually want to, which is actually Fushimi, he's actually a really good secondary ride. Nice power. And it's just, if you attack and you have used Kukunuma's skill, you actually can unflip that damage and actually use it for your break ride later. So, another grade 2 that I use is Fushimi. He's one of the older cards. He's from set, I think, 1 or 2.
It's pretty old.
He's kind of hard to come by, but he's actually very good because most clans in this format actually use their starting. Like take Novigrad for just now, Black Kluger's actually very apparent, and that stupid starter is very strong.
Morgenrod combined with that grade 2 Blau Kruger is just so good. You hit, you search for any Blau, and then you unflip the damage. Like you pretty much just gain twin drive that turn.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So he's really good for picking off those pesky starters. So the last grade 2 that I actually run is, if you have to, he's a very good defensive ride. He's a 10k body, 10k vanilla, bloody mist. He's probably one of my favorite grade 2s, next to Fushimi, who can actually pick off rear guards. So he's a very nice defensive ride.
Yeah, a lot easier to go against with a 10k body than 9k.
Oh yeah. So for grade 1s, I run the basic AK vanillas. Shijimaru, he just helps you hit magic numbers when you actually unflip damage. If you play it right, you can actually have a column swinging for 29 instead of just for 21, which adds a whole new element to their guarding. So this is I run 3 perfect guards and then 1 quintet wall. Right now the quintet wall is not really apparent, but it can actually help you out a lot, especially since if you have no perfect guards or no shield in your hand, this can actually get you out of a big jam. And plus, something that I found out is if you use this Counterblast 1 and you actually drive check or guard check a perfect guard, you can actually pitch a card to activate it. So you can quintet wall, and then this pops up. It's like, okay, drop a card. You're now attacking now null and void. Now whatever I get does not happen. It does not matter. Now, that's for that. My other grade 1 that I run is the actual damage on flipper. It's like I have 2 of each art, which is actually pretty cool. Him comboed along with the Hyakki Vogue reverse is actually very, very deadly because it can help you hit magic numbers such as 21, 21, 21, 21. But if you call him, off of the damage, swing, or lock 2 again, that's 31, 41, 31. And that just adds a whole other 10k that they have to guard with if they're at like 4 or 5 damage.
This is also why I personally love this deck so much, because of the consistency of the power it brings with the damage on flipping and then the locking. It gives you so much big columns that you can swing in consistently every single turn.
Controls the board pretty well too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and another great one that I run just to help early game pressure is Order card. I only run 2 because the deck can, if you run more than 2 or 3, the deck can actually get quite counterblast heavy with him in there. Basically what he does is when you call him, you can target one of your grade, actually any rear guard and superior call a copy of that unit from the deck.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Pretty much. Shadow Clone all over your face. Now for the trigger lineup. A lot of people would like to run stands in this deck, but me, 4, 8, 12 crit.
Nice and powerful right there.
Oh yeah. Especially since you're already hitting for 31 automatically off of 2 locking. Just the extra crit, the extra like 12 crits that you can run just adds so much more pressure. And plus, they'll expect you to run stands, but when you hit them with 12 crits,
They just pee their pants.
Yep, pretty much.
Well,
And
I
then
think they're going to be safe until usually 5 damage, where they really have to guard. But here, they're either going from 4 to 6, or in most cases with this deck, with 12, 3 to 6. I'm not going to be surprised about that.
yeah, I actually did it to one of these guys earlier today.
You'll probably see it.
They did 2 to pass. I'm like crit. Oh yeah. But that was off camera, so yeah. It never happened. And then basically 4 heals. Heals you must have.
Yep.
You don't want to die.
Mm,
But
yes.
are you ever feeling ballsy enough? I know Murakumo can run. Do they have like a 4th set of crit yet?
Nope.
No, they don't.
But if they ever do, are you ever ballsy enough to run the full 16 crit just for the heck of it? Because I know there was a deck, that top regional, I think it was a Bermuda deck that ran 16 crit and it took 1st place.
Yeah, I mean, it would be funny just to see that happen. But for the most part, if anything, I'd probably take out one of these crits and put in like maybe 4 stands or draws, depending.
And to the newer players, how budget is this deck for them? Where would you range it on a budget scale?
Right now, since the break ride's like $2 to $3 and the Hyakki Vogue's like $3 to $4, it's very cost effective because most of the stuff, like the only thing that is triple rare. Actually, no, these are only double rares. These are only double rares. These are just rares. So most of the stuff is either common or rare.
So what's going to cost you the most is probably your perfect.
Yeah.
The perfect guards and the one quintet wall, which I would actually recommend, is what costs probably the most out of everything. But primarily after that, also these guys, they may go for like 12 since they are promos and
Yeah,
they are
damage on
unlockers. Not damage on flippers, unlockers. Get your
Oh,
fight
yeah, they're
straight.
unlockers.
So yeah, basically what you're looking at is 12, maybe 20. So 32 right there, and then pretty much everything else is just commons and rares, which don't go for much, like maybe, except for the quintet walls and the perfect guards.
They're like 25 cents each per card.
Pretty much.
So very good deck to play, I say, for a very medium budget. It's not too high end, nor is it just complete. But I mean, it's very good still. So,
MLB.
oh my God, MLB is just so ridiculous. Anyway, thank you, Adam, for the deck profile, and enjoy the video of him destroying us with Murakumo. It'll be in the annotation and description. Until then, this is Min
And Diego.
from
And
Vanguard
Adam.
Heroes, signing out.
Peace out.